Hello and welcome back to your online classes. So today video is about non-finite verb. So in this video we will discuss about the verbs, and we see two verbs are there, finite verbs and non-finite verbs. Little bit I will tell you what is a finite verb also. Then we discuss more about the non-finite verbs. So let's start our video. So this chapter about the non-finite verb. So before we start this non-finite verb chapter, we will see the finite verbs. In verb we divide it into two parts. This is the verb and we divide it into two parts this verb. First finite verb, second verb non-finite verb. Okay, two types of verbs are there. You can see in your book also there are two types of verbs in English: finite verbs and non-finite verbs. All such verbs that are limited by person, number and tense are called finite verbs. There are three kinds of verbs that are not limited by the number, person, tense. They are called non-finite verbs. For example, I go to school to study. He goes to school to study. So non-finite verbs change according to subject, okay, and tense. And non-finite verb, no change. Clear? So this is the difference between the finite verb and non-finite verb. For example, so here you can see I have written three examples. I want to play cricket, he wants to play cricket, and he wanted to play cricket. So now in this sentence you can see the verb want. When we use when we make the sentence present tense with I, then so the form is want. When we use I subject, when we use he, so we use wants. Okay, here we use as, so it means its form is change according to the subject. Now when we are talking about the past, then we use wanted, like he wanted to play cricket, that is we use the second form. So here the verb is want. It's a finite verb because it's changing according to the subject and tense के according. Okay, change according to subject and tense, and this form is changing about the subject. Okay, so this type of verbs we are calling finite verbs. Second one is non-finite verb. You can see here we also use second verb in to play. Okay, when you see the first sentence, I want to play. Okay, it is a present tense sentence, so we use with I want. Okay, so but we have to play. Second is he wants to play, so here he, so we, so the what is the form is there in the second one is to play. Okay, third one sentence wanted to play cricket. Now the third sentence is wanted we use here because of past form, so but its form is to play, so we want to say that to play is that the, because this to play is not affected by the subject and not affected by the tense, so this is the to because this is not change because not change according to the tense and subject, so it's called a non-finite verb. So to play is a, so this type of verbs called are non-finite verbs. Okay, I hope you understood what is the difference between the finite and non-finite verbs. So today we will talking about and discuss non-finite verbs, and we will see non-finite verbs types, and then we discuss the rules. So there are two kinds of verbs in English. Already we read for you. All such verbs that are limited by person, number, and tenses are called finite verbs. There are three kinds of verbs that are not limited by number, person, and tense. They are called non-finite verbs. They are infinitives, gerunds, and participle. For example, I go to school to study. He goes to school to study. So in this sentence, verb go has I for its subject and its agrees with it. In sentence 2, since the subject is he, we have used the verb goes. In this sentence, the verb is limited by the person or the of subject. Now study the following sentence. He goes to school to study. So singular subject, singular verb. They go to school to study. So plural subject and plural verb. But these sentences also have another verb. It's from does it not change. In the this our sentence it has the same form to study. So this verb does not have a subject. It simply names the action denoted by the verb to study. The present participle and the gerund have the same form, what we normally describe as the ing form, but their functions are different. So the participle is partly a verb and partly an adjective. The gerund is a partly a verb and partly a noun. So first we discuss the infinitive. So you can see infinitive. What is the infinitive? To plus verb first form or verb first form. Gerund verb first form plus ing. Participle verb first form plus ing and verb third form having plus verb third form. So just we saw the last this one first example, to play, to go, like that one. So this is the infinitive, because infinitive we are using to and verb first form. Okay, like I want to play cricket, so he wants to play cricket. Okay, and sometimes without to or verb first form also we are using those, then we call it a bare infinitive verbs. Okay, so infinitive two types are there. Infinitive with to, and bare infinitive we use only verb first form. Okay, we're not using any to in there, so we only use form like allow me to go home and let me go home. So in here first sentence, allow me to go home, so go is the uh, first, this is go is the verb, so before this go we use the to, so it is an infinitive verb. Okay, like allow to go home, so to go is a infinitive verb. The second example, let me go home, so here we only use, so you can see here non-finite verbs. Three are there: infinitive, gerund, and participle. Infinitive we use, this is the rule, to plus verb first form or verb first form. Gerund verb की first form plus ing. Participle verb first form plus ing and verb की third form having and verb third form. So already I given example upside like to, and to is a tense sentence that is not change. Okay, so here to play is a not a subject and not affected to any tenses, so it's not a tense according to the change, and subject to play non-finite verb. Okay, non-finite verb already explained you. I'm not told you about this three. So first we're talking about the infinitive. So infinitive, two types of infinitives are there: infinitive with to and bare infinitive. Bare infinitive means without to. Okay, with to when we use in verb to make an infinitive, and bare infinitive when we use first verb of that and make a sentence. Like example you can see here, allow me to go home. Okay, this is the example. Let me go home. Two examples are there. We look at the first example. Allow me to go home. So here the first sentence go, it is used before to. Okay. So before go we are using to, so it is called our infinitive verb. Next sentence we use go, then after we not using any to here. So here go is a bare infinitive. Okay, yeah, or we can say infinitive without to. So this is the difference between infinitive with to and bare infinitive. Some rules are there. I will tell you one by one, and you will learn it, these rules, and it will be help you how to make the sentences and identify. So look at the rule number first. Adjective adverb plus enough, then infinitive with to. Like adjective, if in sentence adjective adverb is there, then we and enough, then we use the infinitive to. Like this, she is wise enough, talking right decision. So this is the sentence. He is a bold enough, go alone. So in the first sentence, wise is there is an adjective because they use it before the enough. Okay, so wise is an adjective. So next, she is wise enough to take right decision. So that one sentence is wrong because we're not using to here. So we make the right sentence like this. She is wise enough to take right decision. So sentence enough जो है that sentence में enough से पहले if before the enough we adjective है, then we make like this. He is bold enough to go alone. So I hope you understand this rule. Rule number 2, if no, learn, teach plus WHO plus infinitive to. Do you know to start the game? I am learning. These are the example. Do you know the start the game? I am learning to play guitar. Today I will teach you to read the newspaper. So in this sentence we are using no here. So when in the sentence no, learn, teach is there, so after that we use WHO. Question like this: do you know when to start the game? Okay, so I hope you understand this. See, do you know when? Because we know what is the rule say? No is there in your sentence? Yes, no is there. Do you know? After known, we use the when because WHO. He said you add the WHO. Questions like do you know when to start the game? Yeah, do you know how to start the game? Okay, I am learning how to play guitar. Today I will teach you how to read newspaper. Now rule number 3, the following words are followed by infinitive with to, like happy, need, dare, want. These are words. So you make like this, like you need work hard. You need work hard. So this is sentence wrong because our need is there and we are not using according to the rules with to. If in sentence happy, need, dare is there, so we use with to. Like you need to work hard. He agreed to play cricket. I'm glad to see you. It is easy to crack. So note down. See, this need and there are used as a model and we use as a verb also. When we use as a model in the sentence, then after we use in bare infinitive. That time when you use the this need and on there because it's a models. So when you use models as a model you use in the sentence, then you after use bare infinitive. But when you use verb, then you use infinitive verb. Okay, it means you use the to. In models, you don't use any with the to. Okay, because you use already in model verbs. Okay. Rule number 4, had, better, would, rather, would. Sooner had, sooner rather than, sooner than. Then in this word we use bare infinitive like you had better to go now. So we are not using here to because our had is there or better also. You can see you had better go now. I would rather die than beg. Okay, this is the 4 rule. Fifth rule said make bare infinitive in active voice like I made her to laugh. I made her love. It was made understand by the teacher. I was made to understand by the teacher. So in the sentence first, active sentence, okay? When you make that, and then we use bare infinitive, okay? So I hope this four rule clear to you. Fifth rule I will clear you next video. Till then you just complete this chapter, read it at home. So this is your book. You can see here. After the verb shall, should, we already told you about this models. Might, could, should, infinitive without do. Okay. So we can do the work easily. Sunil may go there. So B, we use the infinitive without to after these verbs. Let, make, did, dare, need, and as well as after following verbs of precision. To see here, watch, no, fail examples. You can see carefully observe the use to infinitive with dare and need in the following sentences. She dared to disobey the law. So these are the rules, you read it, okay? And one more examples are there. I will give you. Rules are left. So till then you just read this chapter. If you have any doubt you can ask me. So till then take care, and next video will decided participle and little bit I will give more exam knowledge about the your infinitive. Okay. So till then take care.